Our story begins in the National Assembly building in the Republic of Korea. Two individuals were competing for a position, enticing members with promises of assistance to them and the public through various concessions. Jo Jae-ryong, a three-term representative from the Hanaro Party, declared, "Corporate tax cuts. You are draining the last drop from the common people. Why did you reduce the childcare budget? How will you face your grandchildren?" Kwak Hyun-woo, a three-term representative from the People First Party, replied, "Don't companies need to survive to secure jobs? Does the opposition also not care about workers? Instead of opposing everything, why don't you offer real solutions?" Jo Jae-ryong retorted, "Amend the Nursing Act. Support the farmers." Kwak Hyun-woo shot back, "Explain your party leader's stance. Address the problem of declining birth rates first." She shouted, "Oh, citizens of this nation." He responded, "Oh, my dear supporters." They both proclaimed in unison, "Give me strength." A senior leader, or the chief judge, in the government building announced, "All right, time for speeches is over. Allow me to reintroduce them." Representative Jo Jae-ryong, 42 years old, the Hanaro Party's secret weapon, the killer of the baby boomer generation. Chao Si-lung politics. Representative Kwak Hyun-woo, 43 years old, the star of the People First Party, the rising star of the realistic and honest ruling party. The session then ended, and all the members left, muttering among themselves. Representative Jo was on fire today, too. That's how the scene actually began. No matter what others say, when she's on our side, she can be relied on, those from Representative Kwak's party said. Representative Kwak is at his peak these days. Without Representative Kwak, we would have been torn apart by the Hanaro Party today, wouldn't we? As she was leaving, and the members were leaving in front of her, she overheard them saying about her, "Representative Jo is too aggressive. She's not feminine at all. Her husband, who lives with her, must be amazing." Jo Jae-ryong thought, "These fools. Do they think we're still in the Joseon era? Isn't that right, Representative Kwak?" She looked at him and saw he was busy with another member. She decided to leave. He caught up to her and said, "Representative Jo, wait a minute. Wait, let's go together. These two characters are married." Representative Kwak said, "Honey, didn't you hear me? I kept calling you." They left together. Jo Jae-ryong said, "You looked happy when they were praising you. So why did you rush to me now?" Representative Kwak replied, "Were you listening? I know it's all nonsense too. I can't argue with those people. I was just doing some networking." Representative Jo said, "I thought you were on their side, not your husband's side." He playfully asked, "Are you very angry?" She asked, "What's wrong?" He said, "Calm down. I was wrong." Jo Jae-ryong said, "This won't work." Kwak Hyun-woo, "This is why people say you practice politics with your face." She thought to herself, "Another point I gained in my heart today." He asked her, "What are you saying?" She said, "Nothing. Let's go home quickly. I don't like to be late after meetings. Something always happens then." He asked her as they went down the stairs, what could happen right before the elections. But upon reaching the main gate, they found the press waiting for them. The journalists tried to enter the building, saying, "This true? Don't you have anything to say, Representative Kwak?" The two representatives, or the couple, stood motionless, surprised. The press continued to ask questions. "Are you sure you're not involved? Representative Jo, please make a statement." Representative Kwak closed the front door on the press, but they were still asking questions. The journalist said, "Senior members of both parties have been overthrown. Do you two have a plan? You two are being referred to as prominent candidates. Is this true?" Representative Kwak said, "All these journalists. Has something really happened?" He asked Representative Jo, "Do you have any inside information?" She yelled at him, "Would I have any? I don't know what's happening either. Let's go." Suddenly, her phone rang from the Hanaro Party headquarters. Representative Jo answered the phone and said, "We're in big trouble now." The journalists suddenly flocked. He said to her, "Did you see the article we just sent?" She asked, "What article?" She looked at her phone. The article stated, Senior officials from the ruling and opposition parties are involved in illegal dealings, and this has been broadcast live online. The public prosecution and police are likely to file charges against more than 30 people at once, including the most prominent key candidates. It's not just one or two people. Representative Joe was upset by the news and looked out the window to see the press chasing the rest of the party members. He said, from the party leader to the front runner in the primaries, all the leaders have been eliminated. You don't know anything about this, do you? Representative Joe said, no, absolutely not. What's the situation inside the party now? Should I go there myself? He replied, it's 20 minutes from here to party headquarters. He continued, I'll be honest with you, Representative Joe, you have to make a decision. The primary elections for the presidential nomination. Tomorrow is the day for candidate registration. How have the past 5 years been? Our Hanaro party must win the next election for the country. There are no options. Representative Joe, please become president. According to the information that just arrived, it seems the opposing presidential candidate is Representative Kwak Hyun-woo. If the elections continue this way, it will be the first time in constitutional history that a married couple is nominated simultaneously. You win and become president. You lose and become the first gentleman.